factor in trying to understand something I knew in graduate school. Most of the views people have, most of the way they fall politically is psychological, not moral, not rational, which is very bad, really, really, really bad. A major factor on the left is fear. These people are scared of life. So here's a typical person of the left, a columnist in the L.A. Times. They do not have non-left columnists except one Trump-hating conservative, Jonah Goldberg. So it's all left, and it's all filled with fear. So he even writes in his piece that he went back to his office for the first time in a year this past week, and he remembered what he did that day, shook hands with people, and then he writes, I haven't shaken anyone's hand since then. Here is a man who admits to the world he is so scared of the virus that he has not shaken anyone's hand in a year. Wow. Now, I'm sure a lot of you could relate to that. You haven't shaken anyone's hand in a year. It's been a great year for you. And then he writes, when can I fly? What does it mean, when can he fly? You could have flown at any time in the last year like people like me did. It's like they're so afraid, people on the left, they're afraid of life. They're afraid of death, and they're afraid of life. Bad combination. When it's safe. Safetyism is, remember, when Judaism and Christianity die, when the Judeo-Christian value systems and their religions die, people have new religions. Safetyism is one of them. The worship of the safe. The worship of the scientist, not science. They have contempt for science on the left, but they revere scientists. Thus saith Fauci is equivalent, and I mean this literally, to thus saith the Lord. Kol Amar Fauci. That's thus saith in Hebrew, as it would be in the prophets. There's even a song. Ko Amar Fauci. Yeah, I'm going to start singing that. All right, where were we? Oh, yeah, so when will we use public transportation? When can I fly? There's no embarrassment that he hasn't flown in a year. And he adds, and can I see my father for his 90th birthday after not seeing him since November 2009? Why didn't he see his father? Why didn't he see his father? My sons have seen me. Why hasn't he seen his father? Now, I'm not close to 90, but still. I'm closer than I am to my child's age. So I'm trying to figure out, why didn't he see his father? Because he's scared as hell, and maybe his father is too. But I thought masks work. Why didn't he visit his father when they both wore masks? Why didn't he visit his father when they would both sit outdoors? Because he wouldn't fly. He's proud of this. Please understand, they live in fear. That's why they don't fight evil on the left. They fight white supremacists in America. They make up things to fight that won't hurt them, because they won't fight real evil, like communism. That is what turned me off to the left when I was a kid. They couldn't call communism evil. They were obviously scared of real evil. That has not changed one iota. They don't fight real evils. They're frightened by them. So they make up ones, like white privilege. Oof, they're fighting white privilege. Ah, that fills them with meaning. That's really something. He hasn't seen his father in that long because he's a frightened guy. There's no embarrassment to write this. No embarrassment. Because all he associates with a fellow leftist, this LA Times columnist, Nicholas Goldberg. By the way, you're invited onto my show, Mr. Goldberg. And I got good news. I treat people with great respect. Ask any of the lefties who've shown up here. Much more respect than they show their opponents. So you're invited on any time. And we can analyze why you haven't seen your father in a year. I'd like to know why. I really would. I would like to know from any of you, what was your damn excuse for not seeing your parent in the last year? Which one of you was paranoid? Or does it take two to have paranoia? This notion of, well, he's scared, so what? You get them unscared. Unbelievable to me. Unbelievable. Land of the free and the home of the brave. They go together, by the way, freedom and bravery. I didn't realize that. See, I sang it my whole life, and I didn't realize it. Talking about that, we should hear something. Let's see here. I want to pick out a. It's not too many clips, Sean. Right? Correct? It's only 8. Yeah, no, we won't do them all. But I want to hear. This is the ultimate. Okay, here we go. So number 85. President Biden last night. Here's the point.
Do this together. By July the 4th, there's a good chance you, your families and friends will be able to get together in your backyard or in your neighborhood and have a cookout or a barbecue and celebrate Independence Day. That doesn't mean large events with lots of people together, but it does mean small groups will be able to get together.
Mind-boggling. July 4th. That speech was given on March, what was yesterday's date? March 11th. So March, April, May, June, July, 4 months. In 4 months, you will be able to gather in small groups outdoors. That's what you will be allowed. And that's if you're vaccinated. Get it? That's if you're vaccinated. It's quite a pathetic vaccine, by the way. It's the most pathetic vaccine in American history because you'll still have to wear masks afterwards and you still shouldn't travel, according to Dr. Fauci, the fool in charge of people's minds. Oh, yes, and he says there's a good chance. The whole thing is qualified. If, there were 4 ifs, there's a good chance that you could meet outdoors with a few people.